Hello everyone. Welcome to welcome to today's session. So in this, what we are talking about is we are just going to do the revision of what we covered in the last four modules or four videos about the collection types of Python. So in the collection type of Python, we understood about lists, tuples, sets, frozen set, and dictionaries. So if you talk about list, it's a collection of items which is mutable. Tuples, collection of items which is immutable. Mutable means if you have seen that movie Mutants, mutants means that can change their form, and immutable means that they cannot change their forms. So I think in that movie it is depicted that we are immutables because we cannot change our forms, and the external forms, of course. So that is what we have as tuples. Then we have set. It's an object of unordered collection of distinct hashable objects. And then the frozen set. Frozen set is actually doing the same thing what set is doing, but it is a frozen set. As in frozen, it means that it cannot change its value. So it is also immutable. And then the last is dictionary, which is a mapping object, or mapping object maps immutable values to an arbitrary object. So it keeps an arbitrary objects. Arbitrary means that you can select any key for the objects to be placed in the key value pair. So that is where the collection works in. Then we talked about various number of functions that we were working on list. So we saw x in s, x is not in s plus t, s into n into s, si which is ith part of the list, sij which is the ith part starting from the ith index I and then going till j exclusive of j. Then I, j and k which is ks steps. I see that it is not appearing very clear to everyone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit it to make it a bit bold. So I hope my mouse is giving me a problem. Give me a minute. Let me just put it back so that I can work with it. Yeah, here it finally comes in. So let me just, because I've created a tabular format of it, I think creating it bold should do the trick for us. If we make everything bold, let's just see how it behaves. No, it didn't work. So let me just put in font size or font weight. Colon 17 px, and then I remove the bold from there. Not really much of a difference, so I'm sorry, I didn't want that to be a part of the video. So it is talking about a Sij. I was just trying to make it bold, so if you didn't understand anything that I was doing, it's fine, because I was not able to reach the target that I wanted to do. So then we are talking about the len s, where it is talking about the length of s. So s is the list, that is what we are referring there. Minimum of s will give you the minimum value of x of s, or it will give you the smallest value of s. Similarly, max s is the maximum value of s. So here what we are doing is we are creating a list, and to create the list we saw that it is working on in the square bracket. So similarly, x and n is will check whether the value which is provided in x is in n or is in s or not. If not, it will do just the opposite of it. Then this is where we are concatenating two strings. or two lists, and then we are doing the multiplication. So it's not multiplication, it is basically like how many times the value of a list would be repeated. So it can be written as list into 3 or 3 into my list, so it will be having the same impact. Similarly, minus 0 will be taking it the value of the index. 0 to 3 would be taking it values from 0, 1, 2. It will not go to 3 because 3 is exclusive. 1, it will be going from 1, and then it will be only a single value. 0 to 3 would be starting from 0, 1, 2, and it will be on the gap of 2. So 0 and 2 would be depicted there. 1, 5, 3 would be only depicting the first value and the fourth value. Length would be giving you the length. Minimum S would be giving you the minimum value of these the list items. If it is alphabetic arranged, alphabetic ones, then it will be taking the ASCII code. Similarly, max would be giving you the maximum number if it is integer, or the maximum ASCII code if it is your string. Similarly, we were doing the same thing for the tuples, but tuples are declared with the circular bracket. These are immutable, so you will not be able to change it. We did all the same things with the tuple that we had done with the list. So it is, I'll just skip through because this is revisions, and then we see the list versus tuple. In this, we see that what is the difference between a shallow copy and a deep copy, or deep copy means adding a reference. So we saw the example in which my list, when we say list one copy, even if I change the value in the my list after putting it there, it will not make any difference in the other list, which is my list copy would remain the same. So like being shown here. Then we tried doing the same thing in the tuple as well, but tuple did not, the values did not change in tuple after it was added in tuple 1. Then we are talking about the other methods of the list. We saw the sort method, we saw the reverse method where the values were reversed, just an example as it is shown here. Then we went over the set and we tried doing everything except a couple of methods, which says S is a subset of T, so whether S is a subset of T or not. But again, to define the set, we used the curly bracket to define the set, and then we did everything that is length in X is in, X is not in S. We also went to S is subset of T, S is superset of T. We also went to S union T, S intersection T, and then S difference T, and S symmetric difference T, S copy. We talked about all the things. Then we talked about frozen set. So frozen set, we said that whether you have a list, whether you have a tuple, or whether you have a set, all of them can be changed into frozen set like this. And then you can see the value. When you display the value, it shows you the frozen set and the values that it has. And we were trying to show that either whether it is a list, whether it is a tuple, or whether it is a set, it can have multiple values, and it can be of any data type. So this is where we are creating, writing down the type. So this is the type of the frozen set. Then we are working on the length. We are working on S in X, S or X not in S, S dot is subset T, S dot is superset T, S dot union T, S dot intersection T, and then S difference T, S symmetric difference T, and that's what we did. And then we saw a couple of methods which are not available in the frozen set, but they are available in the set. The next is dictionary. So in dictionary, we are talking about mapping object maps immutable values to the arbitrary object. So we are just creating the arbitrary object, and then we are doing almost the same thing that we have done in the other ones, but in a different way, because dictionary gives you more functions and more methods to run it. So we talked about length function. We talked about AK, where we are talking about finding the value at the kth index. We are talking about AK is equal to V, so we are putting in the values of the kth key. I'm sorry, I've been saying index, but I'm talking about the ks key. So at the A of K, key is equal to v, so value which you want to place at the key. Okay, if the k exists in that dictionary, then it will replace the value with the new value that you have set it. If it doesn't exist, it will add a new value. Similarly, you can delete the key, a key. So the value of the key and the value itself, you can delete it from there. A dot clear would empty the complete dictionary. A dot copy will remain, update the value of the copy. K in A, true if A has a key, K, else false. So if it has a key with the name of K, then it will show you the return true, else it will be returning false. Similarly, is not, it would do just the opposite. If K exists in A, in the dictionary A, it will not say true, it will say if it exists, K exists in A, it will say false, but if it doesn't exist, it will say true. This function didn't work because it was working, it doesn't work in the version 3, and we are running everything in the version 3 of Python here. A dot items gave us the list of all the items that we have, which is key value pair. A keys will give us the copy of the keys. A dot update B, it updates the key value from B. If there is a key value, it returns the overriding value, else it returns null. And then similarly, you can say A from key sequence value. It creates a dictionary with the key from sequence and value to set. So let's just see this example very quickly, because let's just revise on that. I just wanted to see. So here what I did was, when I wanted to run this program for key, I took the key values and the dictionary values. So you can see that for each key that you have all the dictionary values in front of them. So that's what we did, is in from keys, then a dot values returns all the values that you have. A dot get k comma x, if k is in A, else x. So if we are putting in a key name, if the key exists in that in the dictionary, it will give you the value associated with that key, else it will give you A, or the value that you have specified, x, there. So similarly, we are saying the default value, if k in A, else remove k. So this is, oh sorry, I just went one level down, but this is on the top. So if k is in A, else x, also setting it. So you say set default, and this is the value. So let's just very quickly see that example as well for the set default. Yeah, so here you see that we have print in Amit 999, but Amit is not there in the list because at the moment Amit was removed from the list. So it returned 555, the value that we had in the Amit value there. Sorry, I wrongly explained it, so I'll just try it one more time. When we come here, the dictionary does not have the dictionary has Amit in it. So if it has Amit, it returns the value that it had there. If it in the second case, Ramesh is not there, so if Ramesh is not there, it cannot get you the value, so it will give you the default value, which is 999. But then just to see how different that would be, so let's just run everything in the code, and let's just wait for the code to come here, and then let's just do some more experiments before we conclude our revision. So I just want to check one thing. If I come here and this code stops, if this code has completed till now, so I just wanted to check one thing. So here, just let's put in print my dict 1, and let's see what are the values there. So we see Ramesh is 999, and we have Amit also being placed as 999. So let's just see what happened before we reached here. So when we reached here, Amit was not there, but then let's just run it one by one the code to understand where we are. So let's very quickly go to the part of the code where we started from for this part. So here we have dictionary where we define the dictionary. Here we have the dictionary values. Here we say length. Here we say give us the value for Amit. Here we say that Amit's value is 4099, so that's where we replace it. This is the value, original value, and this is the new value after the change. Then we try to delete Sanjeev, and that's what we get. Before the deleting, Sanjeev was there, but then Sanjeev was not there. Then we try to clear. So before clear, Amit and Siddharth were there, but then it cleared everything there. So we reinitialize the Amit, the mydict as well, and then I try to copy it in the other one, and then changing the value in one. If you copy it and then changing, okay, I think this did not execute. And now let's see. Yeah, so here we see that this is the original value for dict1, and then what we are saying, dict1 alog is equal to 111, and then we did something wrong because we did not write down 1 here, and then let's just hit enter. So this will show you the right value. Okay, my fault again. So let's just run this code again, and this one again. Why it's not running? Okay, let's just put in a code to find what is the value of my dict. Got it. Because here we are talking about dict1, and that is coming from my dict. And in the mydict we have this value, which is Amit is 444, Siddharth is 333, Rajiv is 555. So I think what we did wrong was this value should not be here, or this can be copied and this can be kept here, and not just once, twice. So where we are saying before value is added in dict2 and before the value is added there. So this should be dict itself, which was correct at the first place. So now I've run it. So before it was 111, this was 111, this was my dict was this value. Again, did something wrong, so let me just place it there. So let's just start from here again, put in the dictionary, and then let's just run this code again. So now you see that the original my dict value was 444, 333, 555 for Amit, Siddharth, and Sanjeev respectively. Then I checked it for dict1. So dict1 should have been the same value, but why is it giving me a different value? Because I initialize dict1, I created a copy of it. So why did it still have 1111 there? Dict1, it should not. So let's just try again. Oh yes, why it is having a value? Because this part was initialized later, which should be done before this code execute. And now if I run the code, we will have the exact same value in dict1 and dict2. So dict1 and dict2 has the same value. Then what we are saying is my dict1 alog is equal to 111. So here is where we are trying to make the difference. Because we have created a shallow copy, then we will have a different value of my dict and my dict1. So similarly, we can see that alog is only added to my dict1. Similarly, if we are just creating a reference, then we will see that the value changes when we add the value to the any one of them. So my dict2, I'm adding the value and it is updating the value, putting alog as 111 at the end of it. Similarly, we checked about the keys, we checked about keys, so we are checking whether it is there or not. Just the opposite, not there. Then we are trying to use the hash key method, has key method, and that is giving us that attribute is not found because we are using version 3.7.12. Then we are seeing the items of the dictionary, so this is how it is being represented. Then we are seeing the keys, and this is how the keys are shown. Then we were trying to do the updation of the method, where we are putting is dictionary 1 is 5, Amit is 555, and Amit, because it belonged, it updated, and that's where we see the difference. Then we are putting in Nitin is equal to 555, but Nitin was not there, so Nitin was added. Return value for update, the return value of update, if Nitin is found, it will give you the value of return value of update is none, and that's what it is trying to show. And this is giving you the for key. I've already shown you that example, but let's just run it because we are going in the same sequence. Print dict1 values, return dict value. So it is giving you the dict values. Then similarly we are saying that get Amit 222 returns dict1 Amit, get Amit this, and Ashok this. So when I run this, you will see that it gives you the value of Amit if Amit is found, and the value for Amit is 555, and Ashok, it does not find the Ashok, so it gives you the default value, which is 222. Similarly, here is what we wanted to check when we say set default. So let's just put one thing after checking the set default and before the value of our dict1. So let's just go up and copy one of the code which says before, and come in here and put in the value, and this will be after. This is again before, and this has to be after. So after set default. So update can be removed. This is after, so let's just copy this after as well. And okay, Control C and remove space, which is unnecessary space there. I'll put it here. So this is before update, this is after update, this is before. And then let's just very quickly go on top where we initialized the dict1. So here we initialize dict again. This is where we are getting the value of dict, and here is where we are getting dict1. So now let's just copy and go to that method where we are seeing the update. So before update, my dict1, my dict1, my dict1, my dict1, and let's just run it. So before update value is Amit 444, Siddharth 333, Rajiv 555, Alok 111. So I say set default Amit 999. So it gives you the value of 444, and it does not update Amit even after that. Then we check Ramesh for my set default is Ramesh for 999. So when we run this and then we see it is giving us 999, we see the value, we have Ramesh as 999, which is being set as the default value. So doing this, we talked about the pop, which is giving us the last value, and after the pop what happens is the value is gone. So we can very quickly copy this and put it here. And let's just write down before pop, and let's just copy this and put it after. And then we see that we have not given a lot of space, so I just put a print double quotes and a slash n for new line, and then we have to do the same thing before the pop. And after the pop. Then also before the pop. And after the pop. And let's just print this value as well. I don't know why, but it is giving me some problem in copying and pasting certain things. And now let's run it. So before the pop value, it is giving us 444 because we are saying Amit Siddharth, so it is giving me the value of Amit. Siddharth is the value which it gives if pop doesn't work. So because pop worked, that's the reason it removed Siddharth from, Amit from the list, and it kept Siddharth, Sanjeev, Alok, and Ramesh in the list. When I tried popping up Ramesh, because Ramesh was not, Ramesh is there, right? So Ramesh is there. Then why did it give me Siddharth? Not Ramesh, Siddharth. If K is in A, else X, and remove K. So when I put in the pop for this, I say Ramesh and Siddharth, so it shows me Siddharth here, Ramesh, Amit was in also double quotes, but why did it remove Amit? I got the error. So this is my dict 1 instead of my dict, and this is my dict 1. So let's just go up again from the point where we are checking and creating my dict 1. So not here, not here, not here. I think this is the place where we are creating my dict. This is where it is showing the values, and then we are creating a copy of it. Now let's come down to that part. And I think after the correction, well, we are not working on this one, we were working on this one. After the correction, everything would be fine. So again, when we come here, we see Amit, Siddharth, Sanjeev, Alok. So it showed 444 and removed Amit. And in the second example, when it tried finding Ramesh, it did not find Ramesh, so it returned Siddharth. In the third example as well, it tried finding Ramesh and it did not find Ramesh, so it gave 777. So again, you can give a string or a number. Then we talked about the pop item, and pop item is where it is popping one of the items there, and it gives you the value as for the complete item and remove it from there as well. Then we tried a iter item, a key item, and a iter values. All of them are not available in version 3. So with that, we complete our revision for this, and I hope it was fun learning, and I hope we have moved a bit forward in our learning. So, with that, thank you for listening to me. Have a good day. Bye bye.